So when I was 9 years old, yeah, taking you guys back, 1996, people, come with me here. There was a fun, really quirky movie that came out with a load of like major stars in it. All right, we had Jack Nicholson, Michael J. Fox, Sarah Jessica Parker. There was Jack Black, Martin Short, Pierce Brosnan, Natalie Portman, even Tom Jones, man. All right, it was such an unusual cast. Anyways, that movie was called Mars Attacks, and I loved it back then. It was quirky, but hey, I was a kid and it was great. Anyway, Outlier is a developer that has made this game, Mars Attracts, in an effort to take this IP and give us a preview of a little theme park builder from the Martian's perspective, okay? We're gonna be using humans like zoo animals. They've reached out and sponsored this video to get the word out, to let you know that early access is starting the day after this video publishes. And you can get more information about it in the description, but we'll start playing it here. First Frontiers is the only one I can choose right now. I mean, learn the ropes in a spacious valley situated between the rolling hills of the Martian countryside. So it's sort of like a tutorial-y map or a starter map, I guess. They have these really cool loading screens. Human skin is surprisingly water resistant. Our fire resistance testing wasn't quite as successful. Yeah, it kind of gives you the theme of what you're going for here. We are playing from the Martian's perspective. It's always worth having a few redundant generators at the ready to keep the lights on if one goes down, because, you know, humans. Yeah. Okay, so how's this work? Let me show you. Ack! 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 Just love it. If you've never seen the movie, you have no idea what that is, but you'll get it if you watch it. Just go find it somewhere. Okay, you must be the new general manager. It's about time. I've been waiting for you to show up. Welcome to Mars's first ever human-themed tourist attraction. HQ has high hopes for this place, but now that I see you, well, maybe I'll let them know to temper their expectations. Ack, ack, ack! Humans may bring in the crowds, but remember, they're slippery creatures. While their enclosed brains may seem small and underdeveloped to us, research has shown them to be surprisingly adept at subterfuge. I did inform the board that it would take a cunning mind experienced in business and human relations, but, well, here you are. Okay, so there is a tutorial that goes with this game. It's pretty well done, but I want to modify the plan a bit from the tutorial. I don't like where it's going to put me and stuff. So I'm going to skip it because I kind of feel like I know the game well enough anyway at this point to be able to do that. So we begin with $200,000, I guess. They're not the same symbol as the rest of the finances in the game, but it's fine. $200,000. We have a character screen here, which we're going to have to check. The overall quest happiness requires us to look at the screen. We can see our guest happiness, staff happiness, and the general human happiness. Yeah, because, you know, it's like a zookeeper game. You got to keep your humans happy too, okay? Yeah. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this path from the entrance. I'm going to extend this out about that far just to make it look good. I guess we'll maybe make it this. It's an extra $1,100. Let's not do that. Okay, so from here, I really do want that double path though. I'm a stickler. I'm going to have this double path right here. Main path is doubled. Everything else will be different. Okay, first thing we need to do is build an enclosure for our humans. Okay, and we start with ancient Rome because, see, humans see time as linear. Okay, but that's funny to these big-brained Martians because apparently to them, time is not linear. And they're going to go back to the ancient Roman days and they're going to grab Romans. And we need a place to put them. So I thought maybe our ancient Rome area could be... it could be like way over here, I think. Let's put it like right here. Now, the bigger it is, the more room you have for more humans. Okay, but you don't need a lot of humans. But you have more room for them because, you know, they want to spread themselves out a bit. So I'm going to go about here. I think is probably fine. That'll work for me. And then the first thing we want to look at doing here is we're going to get a door for our maintenance workers. Now, this is pretty far away. And the reason for that, for me anyway, in my head is because I'm going to have most of my utilities sort of positioned away from my attractions. There's a beauty score to consider, and we'll talk about that later. For now, I'm going to place the door right there along the wall. And then these windows are where our Martians will see the humans. This is sort of where everybody can view our subjects, if you will. So you could think of these windows as the attraction. Okay. So we're going to place a couple of these on each side there like that. And maybe we'll extend this road out just a little bit more. Like that should be good. I'm hoping there's enough room here for another enclosure. I might have went a little too far, but it is what it is. We'll be fine. Okay. Next thing we want to do is build 3 types of stalls. We have to provide amenities like food and drinks. It's a theme park, right? So thirst, these are for Martians. These are Martian drinks. I think I'll place the food stuff, like, again, back here away from the entrance right for now. Well, yeah, maybe a little bit in here. I want to leave room for like expanding things later too. So let's put you here, put one there, and then the hunger one will be right next to it there. Okay, and then we want toilets for our Martians as well. Make sure that they can do their thing. That will require water. We'll come back to that in a second. And then from there, we have like trash bins and stuff we can lay out just to kind of get these guys to where they, you know, can throw their stuff away here. Let's put one maybe next to a bench. Have a bench right here. And then maybe another bench right there. And then the trash can go between the benches. I suppose that's a thing. Okay. So let's let this stuff build so you can kind of see what it looks like. And the next thing we're going to want to do, and we're going to have some warnings and stuff and some buildings that are not functional. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. Okay. So next thing we're going to want to do is put down these donation boxes. When they get done with an attraction, they can donate. And this is one of the main ways our park makes money. So I'm going to want to place these donation things pretty close to our windows. So I'm going to place 3 of them down right here. And then why don't we go ahead and get this terrain to kind of go that way across like that for a little bit. Okay. And then this will have a path as well. Actually, let's do this a little bit off. We'll say off the path, and then we'll have this will be concrete right here. Cement, concrete, whatever, along there. So they can walk to the bathrooms. Okay. And then we'll have this concrete kind of continue around this way like that too. There we go. All right, that seems good. For our Martians, that seems good. All right, all that stuff's built. We have these 2 types of stalls, and then there's a 3rd type of stall, and that's the map stall. Obviously, they're going to want to map to our park because it's so hard to find. There's so many things, so hard to find them. So I'm going to place a map stall, I think, on this side over here, like that. Okay, so that's our 3rd type of stall, but it needs to be staffed in order for this to be good to go. And then we also have to build storehouses for stuff, and then sell 5 drinks. So we're ready to open the park fundamentally after we get these things in. But I have a lot of stuff left to build. So let's talk about the storehouses. We're going to go down to utilities. No, facilities. There it is. And we have a Martian storehouse and we have a human storehouse. Human storehouses don't store humans. They store the stuff that humans need, like their food and drinks and stuff. So we'll have this stuff be, I think, all the way over here. I'm going to try to keep my utilities kind of away from everybody else. So I'm going to place this, I think, right about here for this one. And then the Martian storehouse, I'm going to bring it over this way. And I think I'll place it kind of over this way. Hopefully that'll be good enough. I was going to place it here, but it's not very beautiful. It's grungy. I'm going to have a lot of decorations to offset this, I think, but it should be more centered. I'm going to put it there. Okay. So we're going to want this road. Let's say it comes around like so, and then this will just be a path that takes them that way. No big deal. Okay, let's everything build. And then again, we're going to need water over here. So instead of having, I have a couple options. I can do a water generator small. It's $1,000 and it generates 50 water. Or I can pay 9,000 and unlock the large one, which costs 3,000 and generates 200 water. So essentially, it's $1,000 per 50 water unless I build one of these, and then it's much more efficient. But I have to pay 9,000 to get there. We're going to go with smaller ones for now because they can be more locally sourced, and the piping and stuff is pretty dang expensive too. So I'm going to place this over here, I think right next to, maybe over here. I want it to be away from the stuff that I want to stay beautiful, but I have decorations and stuff for these things as well. So I think I'll put it down the road, and then it's got to be coming into here too. It's probably going to need 2 of them anyway. So let's do them back here. Put 2 back here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is the water is going to be going this way. Okay, that's pretty expensive. And then we're going to need water in the pen and stuff as well. So we'll just hook this up like that. Okay. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Inside the enclosure. You can't just put humans in here and have nothing to do. Gotta have things to do. Vivid environments, right? So these are all Martian-centric things. Cleanliness, toilets, you know, their food trough for them to eat out of, right? And so we're going to put those in here, but you want to find items that are more themed to where they come from, and that will make them feel more at home, and it's going to ultimately lead to a better experience for them. And that's kind of what you want, because otherwise they're going to cause problems for you in the future. We don't want problems in the future, right? So why don't we place the shower over here on that side, I guess. And, you know, I'm going to move this toilet over here in the corner because it's near the water, and that's where I know. So I'm going to move this, and we'll stick it over here against the wall like that instead. Okay, let's grab that utility line here. Let's grab that pipe. And we're going to want to bring this direction and then up next to it, not into it, because it kind of moves like that. There we go. So these are all connected to water now. Perfect. Next, inside the enclosure, I want to get some amenities to keep them entertained. Excitement, like hamster wheels, human wheels. There we go. And then finally, places for them to rest. They're going to need comfort places too. So we're going to place a few beds. I want to move that. Actually, I'll do this one instead. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. So we'll put like 6 beds in here because we're going to have like 6 humans probably at some point in here. There we go. And then the final thing we want inside the enclosure, very important thing, is research. This is an observation post specifically for biology. We're going to need to do research on humans to learn more about them, and that's how we progress and unlock new things as we go. So this is going to give us some research stuff. I'm going to place this kind of in the back, maybe over here like this. So it just allows us to look at the humans from a distance, also from up high. Now, every building that has this red box around it is a building that's not functioning for one reason or another. So we need to look at those. First thing are our stalls. They need to be operational. In order to do that, we need staff. I'm going to go to the staff screen and hire some staff. Some staff have pros and cons perks. Some of them don't have any. They're just a bunch of empty circles. But when we see things like this, like, you know, more revenue generated from stalls, etc., these are all very good things. So increases revenue from assigned stall by 10%. This one, it looks like they all have the same perk. Yeah, these are sometimes different. I know they seem like the same icon, but like this one here, for example, increases guest happiness at the stalls. So I want to increase my money if I can. So we're going to place you here. This is Acker Parlak. There you go, Acker. And then in the drinks stall, we will hire Acker Macak. If you know the movie, you know how that's silly. I love it. And then if you hit this staff here, it's Cormac Yolak. So we'll do that right there too. All right. Over here on the storerooms, each of these need porters. Porters are just going to take the supplies from here. They're going to move supplies over and replenish these stores when they deplete. Very important position. So we're going to grab you. I don't think that's going to help me unless you go on expeditions. I'm not sure how that works. We're going to just take the guy without a perk for now. I'm not sure if that's how that works or not. I guess we can find out by just hiring him. So let's just do it. Okay. So we have the porters for each of our storerooms. We've got all the utilities set up for this. Last thing is a scientist for this building. So let's go ahead and grab a scientist from this. And this guy here increases physics research points from experiments by 20%. We're not getting a whole lot for physics research, but when we do, he will increase it. And he's the only scientist in this entire list that doesn't have a negative trait. Also, the rest of them are insanely expensive. I don't like the daily salary from him. I really don't. He's already a level 2 scientist, though, but I really don't like it. So, I mean, this guy's going to cost me $1,000 more per day each day over this person. It's almost worth scouting because I'm not going to have a whole lot of physics research yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. So this guy here's experiments are more entertaining for guests. I like that one more. So we're going to, I know his salary's still high, but I like that one more. So we'll go ahead and do this one. And then I'm going to actually get a second scientist right now because we can then do different types of experiments with different scientists. Okay. With 135,000 left, we could open the park, but we need humans first, right? There's no point in going to the zoo if there's no animals. So we need to go to the acquisitions tab. And this is how we do this. We go into expeditions. And in this case, we're just going to go on an abduction expedition. It's going to get us 2 humans. So we'll start this. It's going to cost us 8 grand to do that. Expedition progress is in the lower right corner. And the park's not really hopping yet because there's nobody here. But once I get some humans in here, that will change. Okay, so we don't know their names, right? We don't care. We just take them. And this is ZH3328. There he is. We're going to place him down in here. And this one is TY1698. We'll place you down right in here. Then we're going to go back to acquisitions and we're going to run another one. Let's go right back and abduct another couple of humans. I think we'll start with maybe 4. Yeah, 4 is probably good. In fact, since there are humans there right now, we could technically open the park because at least there is something for people to look at. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go to the management tab and we're going to hit open. And now the park is open. If we want to adjust anything about the park, like pricing and things like that, we can go to the finance tab. And if we go to pricing, we get to kind of tweak that. So maybe I want people to pay more when they enter the park and pay a little bit more for maps and drinks and stuff. Maybe just food and drink. The maps are fine. Okay, so there we go. Now we can go to expedition and we can place these humans down as well. Some of the humans have traits at the same time. These ones don't, but some of them do. Things like, you know, they only talk to the members of the opposite sex, or they have extra strength, or they're extra slow. They'll eat 30% more food. So things like that are possible as well. Okay, our Martians are coming into the park. Oh my God, I can almost hear them. You can't hardly hear them. I might turn the volume. I'm gonna try to crank the volume up for you there. They're pretty cool. Okay, so what they're doing here, right? Just like the zoo, or they're just going to peer through the window. If they have a good time, then they may make a donation. There are 2 different things that they're looking for fulfilling. One is culture, really just learning more about the humans. And the second thing is cruelty, because, well, they like torture and experimentation. Speaking of torture and experimentation, that's the next thing I need to do. I need to experiment, because otherwise I can't get any research points. Bottom right corner of the screen is our total research points. So I was going to go up to the research screen here, and we can run experiments like a durability test. How durable are humans really? We can also run a dismemberment test, but we cannot do this until we have more humans in there. And you can see the amount of excitement that this gives the guests. Not as much excitement in the durability test, much more excitement for dismemberment. So there's that. And human discomfort is much higher on this one. Yeah, it's understandable. So we're going to start a durability test for now. And what happens there, as you can see, we're just testing how durable the humans are. Just going to pick them up and, give them a twist. Flail them around a little bit, maybe bang them into each other, see what happens. And this is entertainment for these guys. They like it. They love it. It's great. They're just like they're so happy about it. There you go. Now cruelty is up. There we go. Just a little bit. But that's going to get us the science points from those experiments when they're done. They're just going to go around and test a whole bunch of them. There we go. All right, so 25 research is what we have. We're going to go to the research screen again, and this time, while I can run another experiment, and I will right away, you have to keep in mind that if you just did it, humans' discomfort is, they haven't had a chance to recover their comfort yet, so that might, it's going to hit them harder. But I'm going to run one more anyway. And then we're going to go over to facilities. Because we have some research points now, I can unlock the bouncing bugs. It's a ride. Oh yes, it's not just a zoo, it's a theme park, which means we need rides. So this is the bouncing bug. We're going to go to rides. Here it is. And I'm going to see, maybe we'll put the bouncing bug maybe behind the map station. Yeah, we could. Maybe behind the map, or maybe over here. I don't think this needs any power. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually. So why don't we place this? We could do it right here. This is probably good. So let's go like 1 over, I think. 1 over like this. Okay. And then I'm going to take this path and I'm going to bring it here. So now my porter doesn't have to walk as far to get to the maps anyway. And then what we're going to want to do here is we're going to have a path come out this way. I think about like there is fine. And then we need a queue for this. We'll just place it there. And now any Martians that want to ride this ride can get in the queue. We need somebody to attend this ride. Ugh. Fee increased by 100%. That's just the signing fee. So he's going to cost more to sign, which is huge. Yikes. He's very expensive. I mean, I might as well just re-roll. That's better. All right, increases the building beauty. I like that. Increases the beauty and increases the... They're all the same. Great. So they're all very expensive too, but it's okay. They're higher tier. We're going to take this guy. He ended up being a $2,000 signing bonus anyway. But now we can earn money from the ride. And what we want to make sure we do is we want to go and make sure that that donate is right there, so that when they get off the ride, they may donate to us right away. Okay. Incoming message. Well, that should keep the guests occupied. Now it's time to bring in some more humans to expand an enclosure. Simply, okay. So it's going to walk me through how to expand an enclosure, which is fairly easy to do. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the same thing we did initially, start on the wall, and just expand it out a little bit more. Just make it a little bit bigger. So there we go. Made it a little bit bigger. That's it. Be alert. Even with a variety of amenities within their enclosures, humans are prone to escape. Security staff will pacify any humans escaped so that they can be returned to their pens. So now it's going to talk about security. Now, why have I spaced everything out so far away? Well, if we take a look again at the beauty scores, some things have a negative to beauty, some things have a positive. And in general, I'd like my guests to feel like things are beautiful around them when they're walking around, right? I want them to have a good time. So a lot of these things have a nice beauty score. They like these things. So I want to keep this area free of anything that takes down the beauty score. Likewise, there are decorations that I can place around too to help with this as well. So if I click on the decorations, I could, for example, use this rock head here. It's a Martian thing. And maybe I want that rock head to be, I don't know, across from this window or something. We can place it like right here. And maybe I want this rock formation here to be like right there. Just to help this area so that it has a good beauty. Just to make it a little less red in this area, right? So we're extending that out. Okay. We need to build a security center. Security center does not have good beauty. So we're going to keep it a little bit far away. And we're going to place it, I think, right over here. I think... I'd like it to be closer to where the pens are, because they have to be able to react to humans escaping. There's a door there. I guess what I could do is maybe put this here, but when I have other enclosures around, they're kind of centrally located, which is neat. But no, I'm gonna play this. I want this to be far away. I'm gonna place this here. The security guards are gonna be walking around anyway. They're not gonna be like sitting there, so it's fine. So we're gonna say that this goes right down this way. Like that. Okay. And there we go. Now we need to hire 3 security guards. We're going to go to the hiring screen, go to security, and we got this guy who has no signing fee at all. Beautiful. Place him down right here. Next guy is just going to have a little bit of a signing fee, but it is what it is. And there we go. We hired 3 security guards. Next. Good. Now that security is in place, we can afford to push the humans a little more. In addition to entertaining guests and generating research points, experiments increase our knowledge about the human's habitat. Knowledge persists through all of your parks and enables more elaborate expeditions to that habitat. Run some experiments now to learn about your humans. So I need to run 3 additional experiments, which I can do. I'll just do the durability testing again, or the dismemberment if I can get more humans, which I'm going to do that too. So we'll start the durability test once more. Then we're going to switch over to acquisitions. And we have abduction. We haven't quite learned enough yet to get a reconnaissance mission going. So we'll just go with a standard abduction for now. And hopefully we will have gained enough for the reconnaissance mission after this experiment or the next. Maybe after this expedition we'll have it. All right. So they're going to... I wish there were sound effects for these things too. Again, this game is coming into early access tomorrow. Or at least not tomorrow for me, but like the day after this video posts. Okay, right here we have some a dirty environment. It's not very beautiful. We're gonna fix that by hiring some janitors. So we need a janitor. This guy reduces the wages of all staff of this type by 5%. Well, 5% is not a lot, but hopefully that stacks with somebody else. Let's hire 2 janitors. They can walk around and clean things up a bit. Make it a little more suitable. Oh, also, Bathrooms are a pretty big deal in theme parks, aren't they? I mean, I have 2 right here, but it looks like we need more because they're standing in line waiting. So let's make sure we get some additional bathroom facilities for these guys. That's going to be in amenities, and we are looking at this right here. Again, I could get the bigger one, but I'm going to go with the smaller one here for now. The water's over there. I'm going to have maybe... I don't know, let's have some bathrooms be near the water over here. Some extra bathrooms. Yeah, probably. And then the water is then just going to get popped in right there. If I take a look at beauty, not super bad. That's pretty good. I'm all right with that. How's my water supply? 77 out of 100 capacity. So we'll need to build another one pretty soon. I think the next enclosure will have its own water supply probably. So let's place that human in, and the next one right here pops in over here too. All right, now that we've done that, I'm hoping that we can start. Yes, the dismemberment. There it is. Now, obviously, much less comfort, but we get more for it. So we'll start that for $5,000. See how gruesome this is. It's pretty gruesome. We just take their head off. Wow. Wow. Jeez. Yeah. But look at, they're loving it. They're banging on the glass. Oh, they're loving this. This is the greatest moment ever. They're just like, man, this is so worth the money. Look at them. Yes. And look at them bouncing around on the bugs too. It's like a kid's ride. It's neat. Okay, so this final experiment just completed, and we can now claim the reward, which is the ability to focus our expeditions on either abducting humans or getting decor items, or both. So we're going to go ahead and claim that reward. Fascinating creatures. Perhaps there's more to them than their simple ways and repulsive appearance after all. Additional options have been unlocked in the Expedition Center, blah, 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 blah. So, first off, Expedition, I just got 2 additional ones. So let's go ahead and grab 2 additional humans that we've just abducted, and we can run some experiments on them maybe later. So we need to collect 3 decor items from Expeditions now. We're going to go to our Expeditions menu, and this time, instead of an abduction like this, we can now do the reconnaissance mission, but we just unlocked the ability to focus that reconnaissance mission on either abducting humans, decor, or mixed. I'm going to go for decor. Costs 12,000 to do that, which is kind of wild. So, okay. It's like people are waiting for... Still waiting for the bathrooms? Really? We'll eat past the point of being full. Oh, cool personality trait, man. So it looks like they have a whole bunch of different traits here. Bathroom need is really high for this guy. He's just waiting to use the bathroom, I guess. There's other ones over here, dude. Although I didn't put any path to them. I probably should put a path to them. Uh-oh. You know what? I messed it up. Let's move this. He goes there now. You just got to look for the... Just got to look for the head. Which is what he's doing. Old guys, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so with this expedition completed, we get another human, but we also get extra decor items right here. So let's place him in the pen, and then we're going to take a look at that. So in the decorations tab, we got basically nothing new. It's probably in the enclosures decoration tab then. No. We didn't get anything. I thought we did. Did we not? Yeah, it says we have a fountain, a board game, and a food table. Maybe these are in amenities. Ah, all right, here it is. So, thirst, a decorative water feature that can also be used as a source of drinking water. Human standards really are that low. So we can place that here instead of this. So I can go ahead and get rid of this if I want to. And we can then place instead the water fountain, and they can use this as a source of drinking water, they said. So we'll place this, we're gonna use the food table as well. So maybe we'll just do it there. And then we can also get rid of this. And actually, I want to move this to where it's in line with the water. So give me a second. Let's look at... okay, so you are going to move to be here. Yep. You know what? I'll just run the water because I want it to be... Yeah, I'll just run it there. And then the food table goes right over here is what I wanted that to be. Because it makes more sense to put the food table here and that because the water. Yeah, it makes more sense to do it this way. So let's put the water there. And the food can go here. That's fine. Right. And then finally we get the water pipes to run to there. So what we've done now is we've replaced the Martian themed stuff with Roman themed stuff. That's important for getting them to be more comfortable and more happy. We can also edit the terrain in here as well, the paths. So this is a more ancient Rome sort of look, a carpet kind of thing. We can place that in here too, you know, something like that. We can also make this grass. It'd be much more comfortable if they're near their grassy lands here, like that. Probably want to surround this whole thing. I can make the whole thing grass, but it's expensive. You know, I'm already spending way more than I wanted to spend, and I basically just did. Let's just make the whole thing grass now. We're just gonna make the whole thing grass. Yeah, there we go. And then this path is still something I wanted, but I guess I deleted it. Whoops. We'll go like this with it, and like this with it. That's fine for now. Okay, so much more comfortable for these guys. The more comfortable they are, the more experiments I can run, and it won't really piss them off too much. So if I go to research, experiments, right? Yeah, see, their comfort's way up here already, so I have more to play with now. I can definitely get more. More dismemberment. I gave you good things, and now you will pay for it. Oh my god. All right, we need to install the 3 items that we collected. So there must be another one that we collected here, and I just missed it maybe. The board game. Yes, the board game. We'll place the board game right in front of the experiment. Yeah, right in front of this, so we can get a close eye on how they play this board game. Okay, final thing is to open the Ancient Rome overlay. So that will give me a look at how much of my area is Ancient Roman centric. The more Ancient Rome stuff I get in here, the better it is for these guys. Cool. I can get my reward now, which is a whole new habitat for the American frontier. All right, cool. So we're going to make a Western area now. Now that we have another habitat available, we can start offering a bit more variety to guests. Different guests will have different preferences, so keep an eye on the characters menu and park management menu for pointers on how you can make the park more appealing. Cool. We'll go over to the characters menu really quick. And guest happiness. Not cruel enough. We're not cruel enough. Not enough excitement. We're getting there. Okay. The map was boring. Wait, what did they say? The map was boring? Park is very clean. I'm bored. The park is filthy. The map was boring. Okay. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. American Frontier Enclosure, okay? Now, we can place this here, which is where I was kind of thinking about placing it. But because it's the frontier, I feel like it should be out more. You know, I feel like it really should be kind of out there. So instead, I think we're going to place it right here. We're going to go about there with it. About here is good. All right, so another frontier there. I can, of course, use this area here for rides and stuff is kind of what I'm thinking now, too. Okay. So the door, again, this is the storehouse for it. So we'll place the door over here, kind of in an area where it's not going to get in the way of the windows for the guests. There we go. And then windows, boom. We'll put one there. Let's put one on this side here, and we'll put another one over here. And then we'll run this path this direction. All right. Now, inside the frontier, we can do the same thing. We have their hunger. We need to take care of that, too. So we'll just place the hunger stuff really close to the door so it can be replenished very fast by our guys. Okay. Toilet stuff, we can go here, although the water is going to have to be sourced from over here anyway. So we're going to put toilet there, and their cleanliness will be kind of over here like that. Okay. We're going to need water for this. So I'm going to place it over here, like I said. Let's do it maybe here. Yeah, 1 water there. Probably going to want 2 at some point here, but yeah, we'll put like some food stuff over here too. So we'll say 2 water, and then we'll run this into the pen here. Like that. Okay. Let it all build. Seems good. Okay. Now we want, I guess, external toilets for our guests. We'll place those kind of over here, because if they're over on this side, then we're going to want to give them the option to use these. So let's do that really quick and just make sure that they're connected like so. And now the American West, let's go ahead and wrangle them. We want expeditions. We're going to go and get these. It's same thing. We have to study that area study that time or whatever to get more advanced expeditions there. All right, and only one expedition at a time. So we'll get some more people in here too. Now, in this enclosure, is there anything else I can put here for now? Is there no decorations? Oh, well, comfort stuff. Yeah, comfort stuff will be near the back because we don't expect our Martians will necessarily care if they're missing out on that. But if they want to watch them sleep, I should probably leave them, you know, that ability. If you want to watch them sleep, here you go. You can watch them sleep. Let's get the terrain to go around the side like that, and that's pretty good. We're gonna want to lay a dirt path in. Not dirt, terrain. I think the dirt terrain is already dirt. Yeah, you don't have to. It's slightly lighter color dirt, isn't it? Sure is. Just ever so slightly lighter. I mean, some of the stuff is already that color, but it's fine. It's like new dirt versus old dirt, I guess. Oh, this is the dirt I want. Yeah, this is the American Frontier dirt is what I want. That's going to cost me money. Okay. Because of course it is. There you go. American Frontier dirt right here. Just got to keep it themed. There we go. Okay. And all this area is useful for like other stuff that I unlock in the future. We want to have our observation post over here as well for science. You can put that right over here in the back like that, I guess. That's good. And then when the expedition's complete, there we go. ZH0784. You're in here. And then we also have HX4340 you can place in here as well. There we go. So this thing needs scientists. Let's go ahead and staff it. At least one. Oops. There we go. There we go. Everybody's happy. Good. So now we have the last thing. Expand the park to attract 80 concurrent guests. Well, I already have 76. So we're basically there already. And then from there, I get Phoenix Park. That allows me to get into a different park. So this is, again, kind of like the starter park to get going with that. If I want to expand, I mean, I guess I can add more thirst and more stuff for them, right? Like add more things for them to interact with. So maybe I have another place to get a drink. Let's say over here on this road. We'll go this way with it. This here, and then another one maybe right here. Right, and then we have trashes. We have maybe another map thing. Not that they need it, but I mean, parks like this, they have maps stationed all over the place, right? You can always, you know, if you forgot to get a map, you can go get one at another store, another place. Comfort stuff, we can put benches out for them to be able to sit out once in a while if they're needing comfort, need to sit down. And then, of course, we want the donation. Nope, that's not that. Where is it? Amenities, donation. Here it is. We also want the donation things. Definitely need that pretty much everywhere. There we go. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get 80. There it is. And now we can claim our reward, which is unlocking Phoenix Park. Build a pristine park from the ashes of a disused lot within the city limits. So now we can claim that. Caretaker Narlac. Ack, ack, ack! Looks like the park is starting to find its feet. Took you long enough, I suppose. I'll head back to HQ with my report. Feel free to stick around and continue building out the park, or I hear there's another opportunity that may require your attention. Let's go to the next mission. Now, I haven't seen the Phoenix thing yet. It's the first time I'm unlocking this, so I don't know what to expect. No humans were harmed during the making of this game, they say. The same can't be said for interns. Okay, let's see what this one is. I'm hoping it's a bigger map. Mayor Brack. Greetings, underling. I have heard good things about your work. Ack, ack, ack? Not from me. Regardless, this old plot has been a thorn in my side for some time now. I think you are just the ticket to get it fixed up. It's a prime spot right in the heart of the city, but was ravaged by a fire a few years ago. These dusty monstrosities have been ruining my skyline for long enough. I want this debris cleaned up and a beautiful spectacle built from the ashes. Okay, so it's I think it's maybe a little bit bigger map, but it's about the same size. There's a lot to do here, though. Like I gotta pick up the rubble, I guess. It cost me 1,500. Okay, so it's gonna cost me. So initially, I need to build around the rubble. I am getting 200 grand though, so I guess that's good. Now, all of the things I've unlocked previously carry over to the next park. So I already have access to the American Frontier. I already have access to, well, okay, I was told that it would by the dude yakking at me. But apparently my ride has to be unlocked. Maybe the research doesn't carry over. Need a research facility first, I guess, outpost. Okay, let's take a look at this. So over here, I think maybe we'll start the park on this side and work our way over. Because it looks like there is, where's the grid? Okay, so quite a sizable grid here. All right, so I think what we'll do is I'm going to clear out the ashes here and here. And I think we'll just leave this cleared and we'll try to work around everything until we have to clear it for future stuff. So that's going to leave me with 193,000. I think I'm going to start with the American Frontier enclosure in the back over here. And then we'll have the Roman one maybe here, or I like the Frontier kind of being out a little bit further. So why don't we put it all the way up against the wall? That sounds fine. So we'll put it up against the wall. We'll say it's about this big to start. That'll be our Frontier enclosure there. Okay. And then on top of that, why don't we take our Roman enclosure? I'm hoping I can earn more enclosures here. We'll probably put some restaurant type stuff in here just so they can get a drink and stuff. Let's put you from here. Let's say like this. The Roman enclosure can be like this. It's quite large, but we'll have a bunch of them. So say about like this. Okay. That seems that works for me. So first we'll do is we'll get a path. The path's going to go straight up through here. That's fine with me. And then the path also needs to come out from the door. So it's going to come out about this far. And then I'm going to have like decoration stuff at the door, but I think I will want to take out this right here. I think I'm going to do that. We'll take out these. Let's put a decoration, kind of like the last park where there's this big old Brainiac statue. I kind of liked that. This time I think I'm going to do a mech statue instead though, because it kind of comes from the rubble. So we'll say it goes, oh, it doesn't center. It doesn't center because it's 3 wide instead of 2. Darn it. Well, you're just gonna have to pretend like you can't see it. All right, there you go. And then we're gonna have, let's say, just Martian soil. I was gonna put something different there, like around this, but I guess we'll leave the Martian soil for now. All right, we want the path to go this way, and we're gonna have it meet up. Let's say here, like this. Have it meet up there. All right, now we need a Martian storehouse and all the other stuff that we want to build. So let's go to the amenities. We have hunger and everything. I'm kind of trying to direct them to spend a lot of their time in this area. I'm going to put, I think, my utilities kind of here, and then I'll get them to spend more time over in this area. Or potentially, maybe I should have them focus over here and really just predominantly be looking at the enclosures on this side, and I can nestle the utilities back in here. I want them to have a place to eat, drink, and all that. So let's have them be, we'll have them do that here. Here's food, here's drink, here's toilet. We can put this, say 2 right next to each other like this. That's fine. We're going to want some stuff over on this side too. So we'll say maybe it goes this direction, and then I'll want some other amenities over here. So thirst, we'll say that there's additional stuff to take care of there too. Thirst, and then hunger, and then 2 additional toilets on this side here and here. We're gonna want water to be located, I think back here. And I feel like the big one is best here because we're gonna have to facilitate water to this stuff, plus both pens from 1. And I know it's 9 grand, but I'm gonna do it. We're gonna make the big one be the thing we're using, and I'm gonna put it I think back in here. Let's put it back over here, right there. Okay, and the water pipes are going to run into the pen on this side there, into the pen on this side here, and then also we can just have them be like that, I guess. Okay, so there's our water going this way, and then this has to go all the way. I'm going to have this go all the way over so that it connects to those 2. Okay, that's a lot of piping I just laid. That's crazy. So much expense there. All right, let's focus on the enclosure so we can get some guests in here. inside our Roman enclosure, we don't have the food tables and stuff anymore because we just found that on Earth. We didn't research it so we can build it. We found it on Earth and brought it in. So we're going to say food, drink, cleanliness. Water's on this side. So cleanliness. Let's put this back maybe in the middle here. Okay, so I took a second and put all the amenities and stuff in place that I think I needed here. So I'm down to just $1,100 now. I've got the Western one kind of sorted out here, the Frontier one, and I've got plenty of humans inside. Same thing with the ancient Roman here. I don't have as many humans here. I think I only have 2 in here for now, but it's enough to where I can open the park, I think. So we're going to go over to management and hit open, and hopefully everything is good there. It says I need to build a storehouse for Martian products, but I've already done that. It's right here. Yeah, I put these things over here on this side. It's kind of ugly, but the way the park is designed is our Martians should be walking this way anyway, and they shouldn't be going around here. There's no windows on this side, so they're kind of discouraged from going this way. But if they're at this window and they decide to go around, then that is a different thing. Also, apparently, I didn't put any donation boxes, which would totally be a good thing to put. So we'll put one there at least. And we'll put another one like over here somewhere. Okay, at least we got to have 2 of those so people can actually leave donations. All right. They should be paying, right, to come to the park and everything now. They at least should be paying customers. So we'll get some money. And as we get more money, we will add more donation boxes. There we go. More donation boxes for everyone, or at least right in the corner. Why not? It's kind of close to the other one, isn't it? It's good. Just got to spread it out a little bit. Yeah, I would put one back here, but I don't want to disincentivize them from coming this way anyway. So, okay, there we go. So we're good on money now. I need to build a storehouse for Martian products. So weird that I have to do that. Okay, so Martian storehouse. I guess I'll put it. Having another one, I suppose, is a good idea anyway. We'll put it over here like that. That'll be where the other one goes. And done. Okay, there it goes. Now we just get to claim the reward, which is what? Reach Research Tier 2. Unlock new perks and abilities in the research menu. Ooh, that's great news. Good. Now, to make a truly magnificent park, we're going to need more than the bog standard amenities you're used to. To be truly immersed, more astute guests will want to experience human anatomy up close. If we had a workshop, we could build rides, stalls, decorations, and more from disassembled humans. There's nothing more authentic than an experience crafted from real human anatomy. You get to building that and I'll supervise. Oh my god. Conducted an experiment to gain research points. Yes, I know. So yes, durability testing, dismemberment. These are 2 things, but we now have access to tier 2 on the research tree as well. And that includes a workshop. Enables the fabrication of human-themed decorations and rides from extracted specimens. Assign janitors to provide perks for fabrication. Love it. If you guys want to see more, it sounds like it's going to be escalating quite quickly. If you want to see more, let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Again, thank you to Outlier for sponsoring this video and for bringing this game to my attention. I appreciate it. There's still a lot. This is actually a much bigger map than I thought it was. Like once I started building the enclosures, I kind of went, oh, wait, I have a lot more map. Oh, yeah. So it definitely gets bigger. Okay. Take care. Love your faces. Thank you for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.